Let's talk about tying on chainsaws. The Marlin Spike is a great hitch for tying on objects, oddly shaped objects, and it sets up for the sheet bend, which is a good hitch to tie on ropes. But it really falls short of being able to securely tie on a chainsaw. So we have a different method for tying on chainsaws. And the first method, there are several methods, and in levels 2 and 3 go over kind of quicker, more slick ways to tie on a chainsaw so that the climber can easily release and get to work faster. But in level 1, we're going to teach what we call the fail-safe. Okay, now the fail-safe method is simply tying 2 half hitches on a bite around the rope's standing part. So we're going to set our saw on the ground, all right? Take your rope and pass a bite through. What we want to do is we want to pull enough of a bite through that we're able to do 2 half hitches with this bite around its own standing part. Now, so to pull bite, I'm not going to pull bite like this, because if I just pull bite like this, now the saw is hanging off the ground and I'm going to be fighting the saw floating, as I'm inexperienced with this knot, right? I'm going to be fighting the saw. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the size of my bite by pulling through my bag side, right? My pile of rope. Now, once I've pulled that through, notice my bite's gotten a lot longer and the saw is still sitting on the ground, so I don't have to fight with it. All right, now I'm just going to do a half hitch. I'm going to do 1 half hitch and cinch it down. Okay, so there's 1 half hitch, but I'm going to cinch it down first. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same half hitch and cinch it down again. I'm going to make sure it looks relatively dressed up. There's some of this is a little bit, ugly looking. I'm just going to try to dress it up a little bit. Make sure that you have enough of a bite, at least a fist length, preferably 2 fist lengths sticking out so it doesn't slip out. When you pull up on it, you're able to simply check it, make sure that saw is not going anywhere. Those 2 half hitches are plenty secure. Now, with this fail-safe tie-off, it doesn't matter if you tie the same half hitch or if you accidentally get it wrong and do your half hitch going the other way the second time, it's still going to be really secure. It's not going to be a bunt line on a bite, because that's what this actually is. This is a bunt line on a bite. But it's not going to be that. It's going to turn into something more of like a running girth hitch on a bite. But it'll be plenty safe enough, okay? So I'll demonstrate that. I'll tie 1 half hitch this way, and then I'm going to go the opposite way and tie the half hitch this way. Now you notice this time I didn't cinch it down intermittently. That's okay. I feel confident that as I cinch it down, it'll stay. But you'll see, it's for those who are able to really pay close attention to detail, they might notice this is a slightly different knot than the one I tied at first, but it is still very secure. It's not going anywhere. All right, until you can tie on a chainsaw nice and quickly doing it this way, just set that saw on the ground. As you get better though, you can actually start to tie the chainsaw in a manner that floats it, and it can just be floating off the ground. And so I simply pull this up, I pull this bite through, and I don't want to pinch it right there because it's going to block me from tucking my half hitches. But I can hold it here with ease. I'm not straining to hold it here. I'm going to get my bite a little bit longer, pull in from my bag side, and do a half hitch. All right. And then I'm going to come in from above. And the reason why I said cinch it down first is so that you don't accidentally get confused and tuck it in there again. You need to come in from above this time. So we're going to cinch it down first. And then now I'm not going to get confused, and I can do my half hitch right here. Okay? And that's actually just a bunt line on a bite, but we are going to call this the fail-safe for chainsaw tie-off.